Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patrice, and in this video we will be talking about things I want to read. And now let's get started. So in this series, I highlight books that are on my radar that I will be looking for at my local library. I create these lists by using an email that's sent to me from Readworthy, and in it they highlight like all of the new releases that will be coming out, and it's usually categorized by genre. So I have it set up to like send me mysteries and thrillers and fiction, debut fiction. So I get probably like a couple of emails a week, and I just jot down the things that look interesting to me. So the first book that made it to the list is a mystery/mystery thriller, and it is titled The Ending Writes Itself, and this is by Evelyn Clarke, and it was released in April of 2026. And the summary says, 6 authors, 1 private island, 72 hours to write the ending that will change their lives. Arthur Fletch, one of the world's best-selling novelists, is a reclusive genius known for his iconic protagonists and fiendish twists. When 6 struggling authors are invited to spend a weekend on his private Scottish island, they arrive to discover a shocking secret. Arthur Fletch is dead, and his last book is unfinished. Desperate to publish the novel, Fletch's agent and editor have summoned these writers in the hope that one of them will imagine a worthy ending for this final book. To sweeten the deal, they're offering an irresistible prize. In addition to ghostwriting the last chapter for a mind-boggling sum, they will also help the lucky writers successfully relaunch their own career, guaranteeing future bestsellers. The catch: the writers have just 72 hours to finish Fletch's magnum opus. Starting is often the hardest part, but getting to the end could be murder. So this made it to my list because this reminds me of Knives Out. If you've seen the mystery movies on Netflix, the ones with Daniel Craig, the last one had Janelle Monáe in it, and this gives me like that kind of vibe, and I really enjoyed those movies. And I'm liking this just because, like, when you get like a lot of people together on a deserted island and you throw in a murderer, like, you're going to find all sorts of secrets and maybe a little bit of drama. So, this sounds like it's going to be good, and I'm definitely going to be looking for this one. The next book that made it to my list is titled The Book Witch by Meg Shaffer, and this is a fantasy, and it was released April of 2026. This is actually the second book I'm going to try from this writer, and the first book was titled The Lost Story, and I did review that on a previous video. That was okay. Like, it had some clunky parts to it, but I did enjoy her writing. So I'm going to try this, and hopefully it will be a little bit better. Let me read the summary. She can hop into any novel, she just can't stay there. Come along with the Book Witch in this magical and inspiring love letter to reading from USA Today bestselling author of The Wishing Game. Rainey March is a proud third-generation book witch, sworn to defend works of fiction from all foes, real and imaginary. With her magical umbrella and feline familiar, she jumps into and out of novels to fix malicious alterations and rogue heroes. Book witches live by a strict real people belong in the real world, fictional characters belong in works of fiction. Do not eat, drink, or sleep inside a fictional world, lest you become part of the story. Falling in love with a fictional character, don't even think about it. Which is why Rainey has been forbidden from seeing the Duke of Chicago, the dashing British detective who stars in her favorite mystery series. If she's ever caught with him again, she'll be expelled from her book coven and forced to give up the magical gifts that are as much a part of her as her own name. But when her beloved grandfather disappears and a priceless book is stolen, there's only one person she trusts to help her solve the case: the Duke. Their quest takes them through the worlds of Alice in Wonderland, The Great Gatsby, and other classics that will reveal hidden enemies and long buried family secrets. Now, this sounds like the book that I wish the Astral Library would have been. Now we're going to see if this lives up to my expectations, because the Astral Library was a disappointment that also had a person that could hop in and out of books, and you thought it would have been more interesting than it was. So hopefully this will redeem that trope. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The next book on my list is titled Enormous Wings, and this was written by Laurie Frankel. And this is literary fiction, and this was released May of 2026. And now I'll read the summary. At 77, Pepper Mills is too old to be a stranger in a strange land. She didn't choose the Vista View retirement community of Austin, Texas. That would be her 3 grown children. But when she grudgingly moves in, she not only makes new friends, she falls in love. Then the exhaustion, vomiting, and confusion start. Her children and grandchildren worry it's cancer, dementia, a stroke. But a raft of tests later, the news is even more shocking. She's pregnant. Once word gets out, everyone wants a piece of her. The press and the paparazzi, activists and medical researchers, all descending on Vista View as Pepper tries to determine her next move. Soon, Pepper has some hard decisions to make, and some she's not allowed to make. Enormous Wings is an urgent novel about female agency and bodily autonomy, morality and mortality. It's about what happens when you don't get to choose. It's about motherhood and family, sex and love and friendship, and how those bedrocks, even so late in the day, can still change and then change everything. So this sounds very interesting to me. I don't know if this would be considered like a nightmare or a horror, because I am sorry. If I'm in a retirement home and I find out I'm pregnant, it's a automatic crash out. Like, I am crashing out. That is not even funny. I'd be like, who messed up these results? Because I am not trying to hear this right now. Like, this, I hope, besides it being like about this topic, like, I know they said it's like about female agency and stuff like that, but I hope they put like a little bit of humor into it as well. Like, I hope it's just not like a sad story, like with the kids fighting with her and stuff like that. So I can't wait to read this one. This sounds like it's going to be a doozy. The last book on my list today is Take Me to Your Leader, and this was written by Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is a nonfiction. It's sort of shelved as science, but, well, it is science. Neil deGrasse Tyson, it's science. You would think it's about space, and it is. It's about aliens, but they also said like there's a little bit of humor in it as well. So let me go ahead and read the summary. America's favorite astrophysicist has written the most entertaining and universally appealing book of his stellar career, a practical guide for dealing with alien visitors, an exploration of how it might happen, and a cultural history of our fascination with extraterrestrials. Ever since childhood, writes Neil deGrasse Tyson, I've wanted to be abducted by aliens. Take Me to Your Leader is the culmination of a lifetime of fascination, speculation, and the amassing of scientific data about the possibility of aliens visiting Earth. Drawing on a wealth of depictions from history, literature, pop culture, and film, Tyson applies the universal laws of physics to make the case for what aliens might look like, act like, how they might travel through the universe to reach us, and what they might think of us upon arrival. Should such an event occur, Tyson further offers useful etiquette tips for your first close encounter. If you've ever wondered why there are so many UFO sightings or whether aliens might already be among us, Tyson offers an informed perspective that is both factual and fun. Take Me to Your Leader is a tantalizing exploration of what would be the most mind blowing experience of your life. The book for anyone who has ever wondered, are we alone? So, this is one of my guilty pleasures, like watching like UFO sighting documentaries. Um, just like it's up there with the Loch Ness Monster and, like other conspiracy theories. Like I can go down that rabbit hole for days, like hours, days, months. Like Area 51, all that stuff. I'm totally into it. So when I first heard about this book, I thought it was like a fictional novel, but I am really intrigued that it's like a nonfiction. Like he's actually like trying to use data and facts and science to prove if we are not alone, like what they aliens would look like what they would think of us. Like I totally think they'd be like looking at this planet like, no, leave those ghetto people right there. That is the ghetto. We are not going there. Like if they did come here, they turn right back around and be like, nope, they're about to destroy themselves anyway. We don't even have any work to do. So this sounds like it's going to be very interesting. Like I'm going to learn something. So I'm excited to get that one. Can't wait. So that's the end of my list of things I want to read. Let me know if any of these books sound interesting to you. Let me know what's on your radar. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you the next time. Bye bye.